What up, guys? It's your boy T Dub was pleasing the sports. We are back again, guys, in the boxing world. You know, always making it do what it do, better yet, what it does, guys. Dillian Whyte. Okay. Listen. All right. So, WBC has ordered that Luis Ortiz versus Dillian Whyte in a final eliminator to be Deontay Wilder mandatory. All right, guys, and let's not forget that does not mean that person get to fight Wilder in his next fight, because Wilder still has a voluntary defense, which a lot of people are saying that if it does not work out between Anthony Joshua, that is most likely who he's going to fight next. Guys, T-Dub was plays in the sports. Please take a moment, guys, to hit the subscribe button. Like it, guys. Share it. Sharing is caring. And also, don't forget to hit that notification bell, so whenever your boy go live, it'll come directly to you. Guys, now it's a time that it makes me think you got to put up or shut up. All right? Because when Deontay Wilder fought Luis Ortiz, before he fought him, they say he would never fight him. He's scared of him. He's the boogeyman. He's ducking Luis Ortiz. So Deontay Wilder gives Luis Ortiz 2 shots. First time he felt something due to some kind of medication. Second time they actually fought. A hell of a match. Probably, at least a fight candidate of the year type of match with a great comeback finish. And when he beat Luis Ortiz, people wasn't giving him credit. He's an old man. Look at his hand. He got a broke hand. Heck, people was even trying to act like Ortiz was so bad that he had to take a wheelchair to the fight to even get there to the ring. They really put him down, guys. So the only thing I'm asking for is, if you got a weak, pathetic, old man, broke hand, can't walk fighter like they put Luis Ortiz down when Wilder beat him, only thing I ask is keep that same energy about Luis Ortiz, and you guys should be saying, oh yes, Dillian Whyte, take this fight. This is easy. He's an old man. He got a broke hand. He's not no boogeyman. He's more like a grandpa that can't get out the rocking chair. Keep that same energy. Take the fight. Walk in the park. Listen, and then I don't want to hear that, I don't fight old men. I don't fight old men. Well, then what is Lucas Brown? What is Lucas Brown? I know he's not in his 40s. I believe he's around 38, 39. But the performance that Lucas Brown put up is a worse performance than Bernard Hopkins when he got beat by Joe Smith. That performance was worse. All right, that was a fight Dillian Whyte could have just not done nothing and won, but he did. He probably got one of the knockouts of the year. So the only thing I'm saying is, guys, if you would take a fight like that with Lucas Brown, who honestly didn't put up no effort, then oh my gosh, you should fight Luis Ortiz. And the only thing now that may be having Dillian Whyte kick himself in the butt, if he takes his fight. This is only if, guys, because trust me, he has loopholes to get out of it. But the only thing that could kick in his butt, guys, listen, I did a video that Deontay Wilder says, hey, there's 2 conditions I will fight Dillian Whyte. 1, I will fight Dillian Whyte next. All you do is put Anthony Joshua in contract, and we're done. Or you don't even have to put Anthony Joshua in contract. You beat Luis Ortiz, and I'll fight you next. If you want to fight me that bad, right? Because you're not a mandatory. And they didn't do that, guys. They didn't even pursue that. I think Dillian Whyte was pursuing Pulev more. But guys, just like we hear with Deontay, when what's his name, Dillian Whyte, when Dillian Whyte beat Lucas Brown, and he said, "Come on, Wilder, let's go, let's go." I want to hear that same energy for Ortiz. Come on, Ortiz, let's go, let's go. Don't duck me. I want to hear that same thing. Now, guys, here's speaking from just being real with this. Dillian Whyte versus Luis Ortiz is a good fight. I don't care what you say Luis Ortiz's age is. He will give anyone in the heavyweight division, including Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, anyone in the heavyweight division, he will give them serious problems. If they won, serious problems. Of course, if they lose. So guys, sorry, I got a phone call, just came in. So guys, I think if Dillian Whyte really care about that WBC belt, he would fight Luis Ortiz. And I already hear it'd be a 50-50 split. Politics somewhere in the UK. Both guys make pretty good money. Dillian Whyte will make more money, but Luis Ortiz will make, pretty good money as well. But here's the way out. If Dillian Whyte does not want that work, and guys, here's what I'm saying, guys. On the record, I did a video about this as well, man. On the record, Dillian Whyte a couple years ago was talking about how they called Luis Ortiz the boogeyman and he ain't scared to fight him, and Dillian Whyte's friend at that time was going to fight Ortiz, and he said that he think his friends should win. Yes, he'll fight Luis Ortiz. But guys, a couple years later, he's not even interested. He don't even mention him, guys. Now, here I'm gonna name you guys the people who is on Dillian Whyte radar. Luis Ortiz, Pulev, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, Fury, Povetkin, and Parker. There's no Luis Ortiz anywhere on there, guys. And the people that he might fight next is Pulev. I believe that might be like an IBF mandatory eliminator, I'm thinking. And Parker. Parker has shown interest. The same Parker that just got beat by Joshua has shown interest that he will fight Dillian Whyte. But Parker doesn't have a belt. So if he fights Parker and Parker doesn't have a belt and it doesn't even lead to a belt, to me that can paint that picture for yourself. All right, the Pulev, I can understand the Pulev because it leads down the road towards the IBF. But if you really want to get to Wilder, if you really say Wilder, let's go, if you really want that work, the only thing is, it seemed like you got to go through Ortiz. You just would have got there quicker, because now, if you fight through Ortiz and you become a mandatory, well, Wilder, if he fights Joshua, if he doesn't fight Joshua, he gets to fight Dominique Brazil. And you going through Ortiz, I'm telling you right now, man, that's a tough fight. That's a tough fight. I'm going to tell you right now, I think Ortiz got more skills. But I'm still calling it a tough fight because I do respect Dillian Whyte, what he brings to the table. He does bring some scrappiness. He does bring some, pretty good. He set up some pretty good shots. Goes to the body pretty well. I'm not knocking that. But when it comes to overall skills, I think Luis Ortiz to a lot of fighters, not every fighter, but to a lot of fighters, he is the boogeyman. He's a crafty fighter, and you stand a real good chance of losing. Let me just check something real quick, guys. Hey, what up, guys? Hey, Charles, what's going on? NBT Boxing, man. Listen, let me see if I can read these what I'm thinking about, these messages. I'm using an app that's horrible, man. Charles says, so Ortiz can fight Wilder again, meaning in the future. It does look like that, man. It looks like if Ortiz beats Dillian Whyte, he would become a mandatory again. Guy, listen, I know it's crazy, but this is almost like Stavern, remember? Wilder beat Stavern. Stavern fought one fight, and he was instantly mandatory again. It's crazy. I don't know how it works. NBT Boxing. OoWee. He said, let's go. I'm ready. Oh, yeah. NBT talking about Dillian Whyte. Listen, guys, what do you guys think about that? I'm just saying, man, Dillian Whyte showed a lot of interest. His post-fight, expressing his interest in fighting Deontay Wilder. Listen, that's going to be sound bites from probably years on years, guys. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. Wilder, where you at? You know, imagine if Deontay Wilder would have showed up to Joshua versus Parker. Dillian Whyte would have been there times 20. Wilder, I'm here. Let's go. I'm your mandatory. Listen, guys, and that's already, that disputes that whole mandatory. I'm your mandatory. And remember, Eddie Hearn was talking about, I'm your mandatory. Let's go. Let's go. Now, since WBC is like, listen, you don't say who's mandatory or not. You can be the number one ranked and not the mandatory. See, sometimes, you know, you can't overstep your bounds. You have to, you know, not say certain things. Let your promotional company go on the back end and try to fight with the WBC to try to get your number one ranking as a mandatory. All right. So, but guys, let's see if we got anything else. Shout out to NBT. Shout out to Charles, always in the building, guys. Appreciate the love. But NBT, here's my thing, man. If they call Luis Ortiz old, to me that should be easy. Well, remember, I'm sorry. He's only old after Wilder beats him and Wilder really makes the fight. Then he's old. He wasn't really old before then. He was the boogeyman. I don't care about his age. They was calling him the boogeyman at that age. Now he's old. Now he has to go in a wheelchair to go down and get some penny candy and put dentures in his mouth so he can eat his penny candy. But they don't have penny candy no more. Nowadays, penny candy costs more than a penny. If you can fight Lucas Brown and defeat him and take pride, that is not the Lucas Brown that once fought a while ago. You can definitely tell that Lucas Brown was aged. That Lucas Brown didn't have the things that he had prior years. That is considered an old man. And you beat him, and you took pride. And you beat a world champion. You took pride. Well, then, shouldn't you take pride in beating a person that's not a world champion? He's old. He got a broke hand, a problem with his hands. He's washed up, straight out of the washer, straight out of the laundromat, no dryer, washed up, hanging out to dry. He's done. I want to see it. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's see if you're going to turn over for me. Why does it keep disappearing, man? All right, let's see what we got. NBT Boxing got LOL. Hey, check them out, guys. Good work there. Good work, guys. Hey, guys, if you're in the building, if you get a chance to catch this on the replay, do your boy T-Dub a favor. What's blazing in sports? I'm doing my best to try to promote the channel. A simple like, a share would be amazing. Subscribing is awesome. And hitting that notification bell so when I go live, I am at work, so I don't have time to prep for these videos. I give you my all on the fly, guys. The goal is to reach 1,000 and then beyond. Trying to be like Superman and go up, up, and away. But guys, hey, I want to touch on this, man. Listen. If Dillian Whyte takes his fight with Luis Ortiz, all respect. Because he is a scrappy fighter. He is a fighter. He does want to face some top fighters. Now, he doesn't want to face Luis Ortiz. I read you already who he wants to fight. Pulev, Joshua, Wilder, Fury, Povetkin, Parker. He did not have Luis Ortiz mentioned at all. But a couple years ago, he did say he would face Luis Ortiz. He said Luis Ortiz, he don't see why they call him the boogeyman, and he felt somebody else could beat him. But he has yet to step in the ring with him. If he does this, guys, all respect. All respect. Because that is a tough fight. Luis Ortiz is a crafty fighter. Only got beat by a guy who punches with the Infinity Gauntlet, which is Deontay Wilder. Listen, guys, Wilder Infinity Gauntlet is going to be shown in a movie coming up called Infinity War. Okay, when you see Thanos put on that glove, I believe Thanos borrowed that from Deontay Wilder so he can defeat the Avengers, guys. And that's something right there. That tell you something. That tell you how hard Deontay Wilder hit if Thanos has to borrow Wilder's glove to defeat the Avengers, guys. What's blazing? T-Dub was blazing the sports. We are here live. So, I really hope the Joshua fight pan out, to be honest. I hope Anthony Joshua fight pans out. I hope they do a minimum of 2, maybe 3 fights between Wilder versus Joshua. Give her our money worth. And then after that, guys, then we'll see Wilder versus... And by Joshua and Wilder fighting each other, you know, let's say 3 times, it gives fighters to build their name up, to build interest. Yes, you can call out fighters, but you need to build interest to your name. And Dillian Whyte can build his name even more. While Joshua and Wilder is fighting, Dillian Whyte can come over, fight in the U.S., build his name up, fight over there in English, keep his name built up. That way, when Wilder fights him, it's going to be just as big because he done racked up some victories. The same with Tyson Fury, who say he's going to need about 3 or 4 fights coming back. That's another big fight for either one of them guys. Tyson Fury is a big fight for the winner or loser of Wilder versus Joshua. But guys, let me get out of here. This is not my lunch break. And do me a favor, subscribe, like, and share, guys. Help the channel grow. T-Dub was Blazing the Sports. Oh, guys, if you do want to donate to the channel, there is PayPal in the description. Unfortunately, YouTube says little channels cannot have super chats. You know, they don't even give us the option to even make a crumb. So if you do want to support, if you appreciate the boxing knowledge, guys, do me a favor. Check out the PayPal link. Donate. T-Dub was Blazing the Sports, making it do what it do. Better yet, what it does.